Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. But before we check out the charts, I just want to ask you to please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the daily Tesla and daily NVIDIA reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and Apple stock, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor, always looking for 20% moves or more on those underlying stocks. And you get to see all of this for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So check out wickedstocks.com. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to start with this one. And this is a 2-month channel bottom that was violated. That was Thursday of last week. We settled below the 245.77, a 2-month structure that signaled at the very least, and this was a 2 to 3 week objective that happened inside of 2 days. That was the robotaxi event of last week that was underwhelming. 213.65 is a 5/8 Fibonacci from the August low against the September high. This is our initial target. We can bottom out here, though, through the week and over the next couple of weeks, make our way back to the 245.77 channel bottom, which I believe would represent or present rather a sell opportunity, whether you were long from 213.65, an area that we did essentially test on Monday. 213.74 was the low. Or whether you just want to get short a Tesla again if you haven't already, because we could fall away from here back to new lows perhaps. I've mentioned, and I don't want to call this an objective, but I have mentioned how over the next month or two, we could unwind all the way back to 176.63, that horizontal structure on the daily chart. It comes in the weekly chart at 176.88, and it converges actually right now over the next few weeks with this former channel top at 179.31. That may be the ultimate objective. And so whether you have sold the market recently, several days ago, last Thursday, in anticipation of the 170s, or whether you're just playing in a stair-step approach, which I think is just, if not more valid, wherein if you sold the market last Thursday, you can buy back here early this week, late last week around 213.65. Maybe if you're a 2 to 3 week swing trader, short last Thursday, buying back at 213.65, even reversing now for the long play into the mid 240s and climbing over the next couple of weeks. If we close below 213.65, you reverse and go short again in anticipation of the 176.63 channel bottom over the following 2 to 3 weeks. Now, we do have 212 here today. We've kind of beefed up this area, and that's probably the wrong way to say it. We have added what I would call the slippage factor below 213.65. So, if we were to close today at 213.10, is that a sell signal? Even if we didn't have this trend line conveniently rising and sort of supporting all of this, I would say probably too close to call. So I like 212 as our level, kind of our sort of are kind of a confirmation of a sell signal into November. So if we close today below 212 even, within 3 to 5 weeks or so, say by the end of November, we should then fall to 176.63. And as I've been saying, this 2-month channel structure that was violated last Thursday actually allows for that possibility anyway. It's just that closing below 212 even clarifies that, confirms it, if you will. So closing below 212 even, I see no good reason to be long Tesla if your time horizon takes you through November. On the way down, I'd have 203.87. If the market shows weakness right out of the gates today, that is Tuesday, and I don't expect that, but if we were to violate 212 even today, there is the possibility actually of testing 203.87 today. That is the high of the low, but in all likelihood, it would be a settlement today below 212 even. That would then indicate 203.87 tomorrow, Wednesday, where we could place a day daily low, and that would be about it, I think. Closing then below 203.87, 191.76, which is right here on the chart. That is the low settlement price that was placed following that July high. We could bottom out there for a day or so, so forth and so on down to 176.63. So closing below 212.00 is the last time I'm going to say it in this video, expecting 176.63 by the end of November, where this market could actually bottom out not only through the rest of the year, but possibly well into the first quarter. We could put out a long-term low at 176.63. Until then, we can make our way back up into the mid 240s, as I've said, and we have actually tested this 213.65 5/8 Fibonacci. Let's work our way up today. Where are you, chart? Here it is, 231.93. Will we test it today? Hard to say. I have 227.35 preceding it, descending 1/3 speed line based on that high from September a few weeks ago against the pullback low that was actually placed on Monday, yesterday. So 227.35 is a solid day trade level. You know, I think if we're just going to micromanage these minor points, 221.91 is yesterday's high. Pushing through 221.91 actually allows 227.35 today, although I don't show that as a pivot point. There's only so many levels you can sort of claim as the pivot point of the day, and I do think, having come off of this 213.65, I think this market is primed for a short-term recovery, near-term recovery. Short-term for me is 3 to 5 days, anticipating 231.93, and near-term is 2 to 3 weeks, anticipating 245.77. So if we were to test 231.93 today, it can contain daily buying pressures. Possibly through the rest of the week, we may fall back from here down to 213.65. This is a descending 3-week channel top after all. If we close above 231.93, and I don't see that today, but later in the week, this is dropping at a pretty steep pace, then 245.77 likely over the following 3 to 5 days, where we could top out into November, fall away again. Closing above 245.77 would be a real stabilizer for this market. We could continue higher as we move into December trade, and I will cover that if we approach 245.77 in the coming week 2 or 3, which is expected above 213.65. I think I've said it all. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Let me say one more thing. If you're not a wickedstocks.com subscriber, you can go there, check out a free trial. On Monday, we put out a meaningful stock pick on Zscaler. You may be familiar with that cloud security company. We are at an important pivot point that has ramifications through the rest of the year and into early next. 3 to 5 month objective. Well, it's not an objective yet. That's all I'm going to say. Check it out, wickedstocks.com. I'll be back tomorrow with Wednesday's Tesla report. You have a great evening.